Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to yet another episode on Talk with Amma, your holistic and wellness channel. So, for today's episode, we are going to look at how we can relieve anxiety, how we can stop worrying, and how we can help our mind reach its full potential. We're going to look at how to declutter our mind. So, if you're new here, subscribe to my channel. Welcome once again. Like the video. If you want to learn more about how to declutter your minds, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. When your mind is cluttered, it wastes your time, it creates a mental confusion, it drains you, and in the end, you feel like you've not gotten anywhere. Some things that can make your mind feel cluttered. Let me just quickly go through some things. We have the daily stress. This one is when you're thinking about a whole lot of things throughout the day. You have a very busy lifestyle. It mostly happens when you don't have enough passion for what you're doing. This can cause your mind to clutter. If you're having unrealistic expectations, okay, so maybe you are dating someone and you're expecting the person to just change overnight, or you have a child who is into arts and you want the child to be a doctor and the child is just not picking up. It can make your mind feel cluttered. Another thing is, procrastinating. Okay, so if you have tasks that you have to do, you have some assignments, you have some project work, and you keep procrastinating, the more you do that, the more your mind gets cluttered. Also, if you do not filter out the noise, the thoughts, some of us, we are glued to social media. We always go on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and we are looking at other people's lifestyle. We are looking at pictures and we are wondering why we are not as beautiful as someone, or why we don't have these assets. And even though it's unconscious, it makes our mind feel a little cluttered. We are pressured to do something that may not be in our timeline. We are not competing with anyone. Okay, so the first tip to help us declutter our mind is to get some sleep. You're busy, you're having a very busy lifestyle, and you don't want to sleep as well. It's a very bad habit, so do get some sleep. It will help you relax, it will help your mind refreshed, you feel anew in the morning, so definitely do get some sleep. So also practice meditation. If you're a Christian, be in tune with the Spirit. The Holy Spirit communicates to us through our inner man. Do meditation and other things. When you're quiet, when you're still, when you just reflect, it can help you declutter your mind. You'll be able to know what to do at every point in time. Another practice that can also help a lot is to learn the habit of transferring your thoughts on a piece of paper. Make your mind feel organized, because you are transferring every thought that is over the place on a piece of paper. Then you're able to see what you have in your mind, and it makes your mind relax. If you have plenty things that you want to do, you look at the biggest one, try and complete that one, and it follows like that. So let's say you're supposed to pay your children's school fees, you're supposed to finish an assignment, you're supposed to represent or go for a meeting somewhere. So once you set the priority, you take them according to the most demanded ones based on the timelines and the deadlines as well, and it helps you to declutter your mind, so you're not confused, you don't have anxiety. It helps you to be at peace with yourself. Another point is to practice being decisive. I am guilty of this one, because most of the time I'm a little indecisive. When I'm presented with options, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of ladies fall under this one. We are not so decisive when it comes to some things. We cannot make choices when it comes to our clothes. We cannot make choices when it comes to our shoes. Even the dress we wear to church and other things, we are so indecisive about a whole lot of things. The world is full of choices, and all these things makes us feel like there are plenty of options, and it keeps our mind cluttered because we cannot decide on what to do. Practice saying yes, practice saying no. This maybe thing, I'm not too sure. Okay, let me think about it. Is really not something that we should practice doing. We shouldn't do this false impression thing that we want everyone to like us. Not everyone will like you, even Jesus Christ. People hated him. Another tip is to challenge negativity. How do you challenge negativity? You practice more gratitude, You are thankful for everything that you have. So when people compliment you and they go like bats, then your whole mind cancels everything, the compliments, then you just focus on the negative, which I feel like is more like a bias thing that our body does sometimes. So when we are worried or when we are stressed about something, instead of paying attention to that negative thing that happened to us, let's say you're worried because you put in a huge amount of money into a particular investment and you're not too sure if you're going to make profits or not, and your mind is just tuned into the negativity and you're thinking about the fact that you're going to lose this huge amount of money if you don't make it. When we say challenge negativity, you can also do about that is that okay, you list the worst thing that could ever happen and you deal with that. Okay, so if this happens, what am I going to do about it? You just write it. Okay, so even though it's not going to happen, in case it happens, this is what you're going to do. Well, are you going to lose your home? If you lose your home, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to stay on the streets? If you're going to stay on the streets, how are you going to eat? Like, just list all the worst thing that you think could happen to you. List them and deal with them. Okay. Once you deal with all that and you look at the positive aspect, this is one way we can just clear off fear. Most of us, we don't even want to look at the worst thing that could happen because it's definitely not part of us. And I understand it's good not to even look at that. But then to help you release tension and fear, you can deal with the worst thing that could happen head on. List them all down. I'm not saying practice it all the time, but then it helps you to relieve anxiety and fear, especially when you are not too sure about something. Deal with that thing and also channel your energy into more positivity. So how am I going to make this thing work? What should I learn? How am I going to invest in myself? If you're negative and always having this negative aura around you, you'll always attract negative things to yourself. Always be positive about yourself. Be positive about something that you're doing. And once again, let me still bring this thing in. Be in step with the spirit. Most of us rush into things because we just listen to our minds and the facts and other things that is going on in this world that we think, oh, this person made it in this area, so definitely if I'm also going into this area, then I'm going to make it. We don't listen to our inner man spirit. When you feel, you get up. When you fall, you rise up. When you fall 7 times, you rise up 7 times. Another tip to declutter your mind is to confide in someone that you love. It's good to talk about something that is bothering you and eating you up with someone that you trust and love. This one though, you have to be wise about it and know who to talk to, what to say, and how to go about it. Or if you don't have anyone that you can confide in, then sorry, yeah, it will be well that you can communicate with God. But you are on this earth and you are relating with people around you. So you definitely need someone that you can confide in, you can say whatever to. They can judge you and they can talk to your face, but then they will help you. They don't just listen to whatever your troubles are, but they are also involved in helping you and bringing you out of your troubles and also assisting you in several other ways, whether emotionally, mentally, physically, and this helps you declutter your mind. This helps you set clear priorities because you get other opinions, you get other perspectives about something that you're going through. And trust me, most times what we see huge, when we share with someone, it could be not too huge and we are able to bring ideas together. Another thing is to declutter your environment. So you want to declutter your mind, but then your environment is just another thing altogether. It's smelly, it's messy, it's just all over the place. How would you be able to declutter your mind when you have such an environment? Keep a simple, neat, arranged environment because anything your eyes feed on, it sticks in your mind. Okay, you wouldn't want to have images of unwashed clothes, images of scattered, dirty clutter all around in your mind. Your mind is full of other things and you're adding untidy cluttered things to in addition, so it's not a good practice. Then enjoy time with nature. Could be forests, wildlife, anything, not too artificial but natural. Practicing that would help you just relieve anxiety, makes you refresh, make you uh, feel alive again. So if you can afford it, take a break, go out. It could be a solo trip. You don't always have to go out with someone or friends or a loved one. You can do a solo trip. When you come back, you feel all refreshed and powered up to work again. Last thing for now, for this video, is a limit on your social media intake. Social media can motivate you, but can also make you feel more stressed and more depressed. Limit your intake on social media. Don't be deceived to think that people posting pictures or videos on social media are always happy, even though it may seem as though they are, because definitely they would want to put their best life on social media. Even with your intake on social media, know what to watch and what not to watch. So we've looked at some tips we can use to declutter our minds, and I believe that there are more tips that are there to help us declutter our mind. But for now, these are what I have to share. I still use some of these tips when I feel like my mind is on overdrive, or I feel confused or pressured or rushed about something. You can also use these tips. Share this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also comment below some of the tips you use to declutter your mind. Once again, remember that a healthy mind and body is a well-being.